Hey, what's up everybody? How's it going? I'm the Friend, and welcome back to the next episode of my Path of Exile playthrough with the Duelist. Alright, so in the last episode, we did make our way to the Ebony Barracks here, up the Lunaris Temple, and took on our nemesis Piety. Able to take her down, and complete our quest for Grigor, whatever. Got her passive points, 2 of them actually. And then made our way to the Imperial Gardens, and here in today's episode, we're going to be making our way to the library, as well as the Hedge Maze. You can kind of see the stuff over here. And for the library, it is an optional quest, but it is a very important quest for us. Why, you might ask? Well, it's because we will be getting some very, very needed support gems for completing that quest. We're going to be getting, I believe it's 4 support gems that for completing this quest, we are able to get one of these and purchase the others from a vendor, and they are support gems that we really need for our particular build. One is blood magic, I believe it's called, and that will allow us to use our life instead of mana for certain skills, and that skill is going to be blade vortex, not blade vortex, whirling blades, that one, our dashy skill. So we're going to be spending life instead of mana for that skill. And that will allow us to dash around a lot more. And I don't have any of my buffs up. I was like, man, I am not doing nearly as much damage as I should be right now. What's going on? Well, it's because I don't have any of my buffs up. So once I take these guys down, okay, we're just going to dash on over this way. Alright, let's get our buffs up, get buffed, and call that good. Alright, so the other support gems that we want, we're going to be getting Fortify. We're going to be throwing that onto our Whirling Blades as well, so that we have Fortify up whenever we dash through enemies. We want Blasphemy, because we're going to be using Blasphemy with our Punishment. That will just give us a little bit more damage, which will be really nice. And the last one is... what is the last one? I can't think. There's one other one. What is it? Golly, what is it? Oh, increased duration. That's what it is. So we're going to be using increased duration on our Tempest Shield. So 4 different support gems that we will be using, and it's just for completing this one quest. This one little quest. And the library. So in general, this area is very linear. I use that word a lot, but it's always going to be, or at least it doesn't change. The layout of this area does not change with every successive playthrough. So the library will always be this way. The Hedge Maze, if you look on my mini-map, will, here's move this over here. The Hedge Maze will always be straight across from the waypoint. The library will always be over this way, and the Scepter of the God, or of God, or whatever it's called, is always going to be in the opposite direction. So, pretty easy to navigate this area. Alright, we're going to be making our way into the library here, and essentially we just have to navigate our way through it until we find the waypoint as well as the NPC that will give us our quest. Looks like we have... so I could get this. This is actually one of my least favorite uniques in the game. Why, you might ask, is because it uses both hand slots. You cannot use another weapon, you can't dual wield with this guy, or use a shield. So it essentially counts as a two-handed weapon, more or less. I don't like it, so we're not going to even mess with it. Alright, so we're going to head this way, I think. There we go, taking down those guys. And hey, we got a... got the special for those tabs. Don't care. I could buy some, but you know what? Those cost real money, and we're not gonna deal with that. Not gonna spend real money. We'll spend in-game money for sure. No problem about that. But real money? Alright, let's take down these guys. And looks like I am choosing all the wrong directions here right off the bat. So that's awesome. We're going to head back this way and head over here. Okay, again, it's another dead end. Awesome. Alright, so I guess we gotta go this way. What? Don't tell me it's right there. Don't tell me. Oh, this game. I knew I should have checked over there, but I didn't. Yup. Isn't that great, guys? Love it when that happens. Alright, let's open up the chest here. Gotta hold on, nothing. Head over this way. And woo! That was quick. You generally don't find them quite that fast. And so what this guy wants us to do, he wants us to head down to the second level of this area and find the 4 golden pages. And essentially they're just somewhere, these pages that is, are just somewhere around the perimeter of the area. And there's 4 of them. You just gotta pick them up and bring them back. Pretty simple quest. Not a whole lot to it. Essentially just a bunch of enemies you gotta kill. Pretty easy to complete for the most part. So we're gonna head this way, I think. Seems like a good way to go. Try and take down this guy quick. If we can. Come on. Yeah, we got him. Nice. Alright, so let's pick up these items. They will sell for currency. And let's see what's over this way. It's probably, yep, a dead end. Okay, let's go back over this way. Looks like we gotta head this way then. My spirit is too low. There we go. Make sure to take down enemies along the way. Here we go. Alright, so what we're looking for is the candle, or the loose candle. And, you know, you can see it on your mini-map too, where the door is. Not too hard to locate. Alright, so like I said, we're going to be essentially just making our way around the perimeter of this area. And we will eventually find all of the pages, the 4 golden pages. Make our way over here. Take down these enemies. I got a Perandus pack here, as well as a champion pack. And it looks like we got a chromatic on the ground and a little bit of other currency. We did get a level up there, so that's pretty nice. We'll allocate that point somewhere here in just a moment. Here we go. Let's pick up some of that currency. Take down these guys. Pick up that, because it'll be worth a chromatic. Open up the chest. See what we got. That'll be worth some currency. All that good. Alright, so let's put our point here somewhere. And we are making our way this way, but like I said, I think maybe a couple episodes ago, we're going to be picking up this wheel and, yeah, I believe this wheel along the way. So we're going to go ahead and throw our point in here. The HPs that we'll be getting from these wheels are very necessary. Not super necessary, but, you know, you want your life. You want a good amount of life, and we're kind of a tanky build anyway, so we want, you know, as much, or as many tank stats as we can get, you know. Head over this way, and you can see the exclamation mark on the mini-map will indicate where one of the golden pages is, and we have located one of them. There are 3 remaining. Take down these guys, and for the most part, they're always going to be in rooms like this, so you know, just so you guys know what to try to look for. Go ahead and level up some of these skills here, so that we have just a teeny bit more damage. There we go. Looks like we got a strong box here. We're going to go ahead and open that. Throw down our totem. Use Tempest Shield. Click on it. See what we get here. Nice, nice, nice. Very good. Alright, so see, pick up a few of the items there. Let's head over this way, and we got another golden page here. Go ahead and pick that up. Got 2 left. Head up this way first. Looks like we got a champion mob here. And there we go. Pick up the ring. That might be either something we keep or something we sell, depending on what the stats are on it. Head over this way. It's like a dead end. Whatever. We got some XP from it. Head over this way now. Should be one over here. Yep, as I suspected. Go ahead and pick this guy up. One more left. Gotta find that last golden page. Should be... must be over here. Make our way back over this way. Bunch of enemies over here. Looks like we got another skill level up here with an Orb of Alchemy. Go ahead and pick that up. Might come in handy later. Looks like we got a boss back here. Should be able to take him down without too much trouble. Come on, man. Just stay in one place, please. Okay, thank you. Alright, let's take down these guys and grab the last of the golden pages. Boom! We got all 4 pages. You can see them there. We're just going to port back to town. And since we did pick up the waypoint in this area, we can just go boom right back to the library and be right where we need to be. Talk to this guy here, and we can choose from one of these skill gems. And the ones that I'm looking for is Fortify and Blood Magic. It doesn't really matter which one we really choose right now, because we'll be purchasing the ones that we don't choose from the vendor. We're just going to pick up Fortify, call that good. Okay, so let's make our way back to town then and pick up the other 3 skill gems that we haven't got. Talk to Clarissa here. She is our vendor for skill gems. And like I said, we want Fortify, we want Blasphemy, and we want Blood Magic. And there's one more. Where's Increased? Oh, there it is. Increased Duration. Alright, so these are the 4 skill gems that we want to pick up. Whoops. From Clarissa. Alright, so what we need to do. We need to get... Let's see, we put faster attacks here. We put whirling blades there. Put fortify here. Let's see. We're going to need to figure this out somehow. And blood magic. So now our whirling blades will use our HP instead of mana. And it really doesn't use that much HP anyways. So it's really not a huge deal. And we'll be able to dash around a lot more often. And not be using up our mana pool. And save that for our attacks. Alright, so we got Blasphemy then, and like I said, we're going to be using it with Punishment. So we got to find Punishment, and do I have links ready? I do not. Let's see, how are we going to do this? Haven't quite figured that out yet. So we need Blasphemy, Tempest Shield. So Tempest Shield goes with increased duration, so that works. But then we need two more blue and red socket. So let's see here. If I link this, yeah, I can put this here. And hang on a second. How do we want to do this? Because we still need a blue for that. I don't have any other open blues. Might have to do a little bit of crafting here. Use up some of my currency, unfortunately, to try and get this to work. Let's see. Let's see if I can get... Oh, that is... Oh wait, no, it's currently equipped. That's right. I forgot. Let's go ahead and see. Okay, so we got... Okay, that's the maximum number. And we want to see if we can get a blue and a red on this. Hey, there we go. That's exactly what we wanted. Go ahead, put that there, put that there, put that back on. Boom! Got that on almost our first try. That was not terrible. Not terrible at all. Alright, so now that we got that all worked out, I'll just, well, I'll show it off, but we're also going to go to the Hedge Maze and complete that little bit of the game. So let's go ahead and identify all of this stuff. The chaos resistance is nice, but everything else is kind of trash. It doesn't have any elemental resistances, unfortunately, so we're just going to sell it. And it doesn't have life on it either, so it's not really worth selling to anybody else either. Go ahead and sell all that stuff. Call it good. Alright, let's throw this stuff into our stash. There we go. Alright, so we're going to make our way back to the Imperial Gardens here and head towards the Hedge Mage. And the Hedge Mage, like I said earlier, is going to be straight across. Kind of follow my cursor here. Straight across from the waypoint, so all you gotta do is head this way. So, let's see here. We got to put all our stuff on. So now you can see we don't have a whole lot of mana reserve, but with the passive points that we have into our skill tree here for Mana Leech, these guys right here, we should be able to keep up our mana as long as we are attacking enemies. And now you can see I can dash around and not use up any of my mana. I'm using up some of my HP, but not a whole lot, you know, and I can just heal it all back. Not a problem. Alright, let's make our way into the Hedge Mage here. And every time we do dash through enemies with our blade, whirling blades, we will gain the Fortify buff. So that'll be nice for us as well. So, you know, dash through enemies, get Fortify, you can see it right there. You take reduced damage when hit. Really, really nice. And we can also use our Tempest Shield here, and it does last a little bit longer now. I think it was like 12 seconds before or something like that. Now it's a little bit longer than that. Alright, so here in the Hedge Mage, we're looking for two things. We are looking for the Trial of Ascendancy, as well as the Plum. I believe that's what it's called. For Captain Fairgraves, and it's the last item we need to complete Captain Fairgraves' quest. Got a master here. We're not going to mess with him right now. So yeah, there's two things we're looking to do, and hopefully we can get those done pretty quick. This place, like the name suggests, is a bit of a maze, but we did find our trial here pretty quick. And for the trial, we're just going to dash our way through here and make it super easy for ourselves, no problem. One of the easiest Trials of Ascendancy that we really encountered during the game, and I don't know exactly where I need to go next, so we're just going to explore. I'm guessing need to head back this way. I hope I don't need to go this way, so I'm going to make my way over here, hoping that this is the right direction, and that doesn't look right. Head up this way. Always use your map. Your map is your best friend. Alright, looks like we have a corrupted area here that we could go down into, but we are not. Make our way over here. Yep, I was correct. I was like, man, I really feel like it's going to be this way. And let's back up a bit, throw down Tempest Shield, and get one of our totems up here. Should be able to tank these guys a little bit easier now. Take down this Perandus pack here. Alright, take down those enemies. We got a strong box there that we're actually probably going to open once we take down these guys here. Call that good. Let's pick up our Plum really fast and open up our Perandus. I can't open it up! I told you this happens sometimes, guys. I wasn't close enough. Wasn't close enough to the chest when I killed all the enemies. It happens. And because I don't think there's any other enemies around here. That's really sad. I wanted to open that. Oh well, we're going to throw down our totem, use Tempest Shield, and take down these guys here and see what kind of items we can get from the strong box. You can see that lightning arcing every time I block. Very, very nice. And got some pretty crap items from that. That's okay. Let's head back to town here really fast, and then we're going to make our way back to the docks so that we can return the Plum to Captain Fairgraves. And the waypoint is going to be right next to Fairgraves, so it's not much of a trek to complete this quest either. And we will gain I believe he will give us a ring for our troubles. I think it's a ring. It's either a ring or an amulet. We'll find out in just a second. Let's take down these enemies so that they don't run at me while I'm trying to talk to Fairgraves here. And yes, it is a ring. And we can choose between rarity, mana, or life ring. We're going to pick life ring because that's the only stat we really care about. go ahead and see what we got here. You can see that Fairgraves is kind of explodes or something. He just disintegrates. I don't know. We got a fire and cold resist with life. Wow, this is actually a pretty good ring. If it had tri-res, as in if it had lightning resistance on it as well, this would be a fantastic ring. It might actually be better than something I'm wearing right now, though. The only problem is it doesn't have like a stat boost like strength or intelligence. That would be the one thing that would make it a lot better, especially if it had intelligence on it, mostly. Yeah, it's usually the stat I want most of all for the most part. And even though it has really good life on it, I don't think I'm going to be switching it out because I think I need that intelligence to use Herald of Thunder. That is my highest intelligence ability, I believe. It requires 73 and I currently have 103. I mean, I could not switch it out. That's sad. I need all of my stats. Well, shucks. That's okay. We're okay with what we got. We'll call it good. All right, let's head back to town here. Head back to town, and I'm probably gonna be ending things here. The next step in the game is to make our way back to the Imperial Gardens here and make our way up to the Scepter of God, which is where the Act Boss is going to be. And we're not going to take on here the Act Boss in today's episode, unfortunately. Kind of running out of time here. But we did accomplish what we wanted to accomplish. We got 4 support skill gems that we can now use. And they definitely make our build just that much more stronger. So very happy about that. And yeah, we completed our last Trial of Ascendancy. So if we really wanted to, we could make our way into the laboratory here. We're not going to, though. We're a little bit under level for that. It is a level 35 area, and you can see we are currently level 33, and we are probably going to be waiting until we're a little bit closer to level 40 before we take on the lab. And because we want to have another gem set up with cast on damage taken, as well as combined with Immortal Call and Magma Shield, I think it's called. I can't remember. It's from Act 1. Molten Shell, that's what it's called. Molten Shell. So it's going to be with Immortal Call and Molten Shell combined with cast on damage taken. Will be very effective. Will allow us to avoid taking too much damage. It'll be very, very nice. But like I said, this is going to be the end of today's episode. We are going to end it here and pick up the last part of this act in the next episode. So if you like what you saw, go ahead and hit that like button. If you have any comments, questions, advice, go ahead and leave those in the comment section. If you'd like to stay up to date with what I'm doing here with my Path of Exile playthrough, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I'd also appreciate it if you went to my Facebook page and my Twitch page and follow me over there. But until next time, hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I'll catch you all next time.